When King Charles III ascended the throne, many people in Britain were curious about how he would handle his new role. His mother, Queen Elizabeth II, ruled with dignity and maintained strict political neutrality, which kept the monarchy stable and respected for decades. At first, Charles seemed to follow in her footsteps, embracing his responsibilities with composure and grace. However, recent events suggest he may be slipping back into old habits that could put the royal family in a difficult position. A recent visit to a development project in Cornwall has sparked controversy. King Charles was seen engaging with Labour Party leaders Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner on politically charged issues such as housing targets and net zero policies. These are topics that belong in the hands of elected politicians, not the monarchy. While it is natural for the king to show interest in national development, publicly discussing contentious policies can create the impression that he is taking sides. This is exactly the kind of situation that the royal family has traditionally avoided. One of the greatest strengths of the British monarchy has been its ability to stay above political disputes. Queen Elizabeth II perfected the art of neutrality, never allowing personal opinions to influence her public role. She understood that a monarch must represent the entire nation, not just one political faction. The Queen Mother and Princess have also upheld this tradition, dedicating themselves to public service without political entanglements. It is this unwavering neutrality that has kept the monarchy relevant and respected through changing times. Charles, however, has always been known for his strong views on issues like climate change, architecture, and urban planning. Before becoming king, he frequently expressed opinions on these matters, sometimes even challenging government policies. Now that he is on the throne, his position has changed. The king is expected to unite the country, not engage in political debates. Many people who were initially warming up to him after Queen Elizabeth's passing may now feel concerned that he is making the same mistakes that once made him a controversial figure. If he continues down this path, he risks damaging the monarchy's credibility and alienating those who expect him to remain neutral. The best course of action for King Charles would be to focus on his ceremonial duties and charitable work while leaving politics to elected officials. Meanwhile, another controversy is unfolding within Britain's most prestigious scientific institution, the Royal Society. Some of its members are now pushing to expel Elon Musk, who was made a fellow in 2018 in recognition of his groundbreaking contributions to electric vehicles and space exploration. At the time, Musk was celebrated as a visionary engineer, often compared to historical figures like Isambard Kingdom Brunel. His work with Tesla and SpaceX has transformed entire industries and advanced technology in ways that benefit humanity. However, some members of the Royal Society now believe Musk should no longer be a fellow, not because of any scientific failure, but because of his political views. His public support for Donald Trump and his skepticism about certain aspects of climate change have made him a target. This raises an important question. Should a person's political beliefs determine their place in a scientific institution? The answer should be a resounding no. The Royal Society was built on the foundation of intellectual freedom and scientific inquiry, not political conformity. This situation becomes even more concerning when compared to how the Royal Society has treated other fellows, such as Sir Chris Whitty. Whitty played a central role in implementing lockdowns and COVID-19 restrictions, policies that many now believe had severe economic and social consequences. Despite growing evidence that some of these measures may not have been as effective as originally claimed, Whitty remains a respected fellow of the Royal Society without any significant challenge to his position. If the institution truly values scientific rigor and open debate, why is it treating Musk differently? The Royal Society was founded in 1660 with the motto Nullius in Verba, which means take no one's word for it. This phrase encourages scientists to question authority, think independently, and rely on evidence rather than popular opinion. Yet, in recent years, there has been a growing trend of silencing those who challenge mainstream narratives. Science thrives on debate and the testing of ideas, but if institutions start expelling individuals for their personal beliefs, they risk losing their credibility and becoming politically driven organizations rather than scientific ones. Both King Charles's political involvement and the Royal Society's treatment of Elon Musk highlight a growing issue in modern Britain: the increasing difficulty of staying neutral in a world that demands ideological conformity. The monarchy, which is supposed to remain a symbol of stability and unity, cannot afford to be seen as siding with any political faction. Similarly, scientific institutions, which should be dedicated to truth and discovery, must resist the temptation to make decisions based on political considerations rather than scientific merit. Britain has long prided itself on institutions that operate independently of political pressures. The monarchy and scientific bodies must protect their integrity by staying true to their original purpose. If they fail to do so, they risk losing the public's trust and damaging their own credibility. King Charles III must decide whether he wants to be a unifying monarch respected by all or a figure who gets involved in political debates. Likewise, the Royal Society must choose whether it remains a bastion of scientific integrity or allows itself to become an institution that punishes those with differing opinions. The future of these institutions depends on the choices they make today. Will they uphold their traditions and values, or will they succumb to modern ideological pressures? Only time will tell. Subscribe. Our channel is British Secret.